Hi, my name is Terry, and you're watching Terry Tells the Story. We've all heard the phrase, video games turn kids violent. Now, I'm not much of a gamer, as you may be able to tell from this footage of me playing this first-person shooter game, but it's a fascinating theory. I did some research to verify the validity of this claim, and here's what I found. In 2019, researchers from the Oxford Internet Institute published a study in the journal Royal Society Open Science to investigate the link between video games and violence. They analyzed approximately 1,000 British teenagers by cross-referencing the games they played with the PEGI rating system to objectively categorize which games were considered violent. The researchers had the parents of the kids complete surveys evaluating the teenagers' actual aggressive behaviors, such as fighting or bullying, over the past month. They also had the teenagers report their own levels of trait aggression, like asking questions such as, "How likely are you to hit someone if provoked?" Their analysis found that there was no significant evidence to support the claim that playing such games causes an increase in real-world aggression. The debate, however, remains heated. In 2015, the American Psychological Association released a task force report and resolution that linked violent game use to increased aggression, though they noted insufficient evidence to link it to criminal violence. This report faced significant criticisms from scholars such as Christopher J. Ferguson, Alan Copenhaver, and Patrick Markey. These critics pointed to technical flaws in the meta-analyses used by the APA, arguing that the studies relied on lab tasks that don't reflect real-world behavior. Let me explain. A common example is the competitive reaction time task, CRRT, where teens play a first-person shooter game. After winning a round, they're given access to a button. Pressing it plays a loud buzzing sound into the headphones of their opponent. Researchers monitored how long the teens chose to play the sound for the competitor in the next room and used that to determine how much aggression the teen has. Critics argue that doesn't prove anything. They say all you've done is determine how willing the teen is to cause a minor irritation to someone else. Their main criticism was that just because a child is willing to press a button to cause minor annoyance to someone in a controlled laboratory setting, that doesn't mean they're going to go up and shoot up a school. The methodology is fundamentally flawed, and so this is scientifically invalid when predicting violent or criminal behaviors. Furthermore, they contend that factors like family environment, depression, and social stressors are much stronger predictors of aggression than video games. Ultimately, this entire saga is a textbook example of moral panic. Whenever something new emerges that older generations don't fully understand, there's a tendency to jump to the conclusion that it's dangerous rather than looking at all the evidence. It's much easier to blame a controller or a screen for societal issues than it is to address the complex underlying factors that actually shape human behavior. Which brings us to our Spanish lesson of the day. Pánico moral. Pánico moral. And what that means is moral panic. If you like this video or you learned something new, drop a like down below. If you have a specific topic that you'd like to see me cover, drop me a comment. And if you'd like to support this work that I do, there'll be a link to the Cash App in the description box below. We'll see you next time.